All right, welcome back. I know. Zen was here yesterday alone for Liquid Lunch, and then today I have to muck up the picture by joining her in studio. Zen Sams joins me again for a Thirsty Thursday Liquid Lunch, Biz TV, Biz Talk Radio, the Money Station, our new affiliate. We're growing. We hit the West Coast. We're in the Upper West.
Big things.
Northwest there, wine country.
Yeah, moving up.
Microbrew country. I might have to go do a Liquid Lunch out there.
We just saw that video of Ashley Babbitt. Unfortunately, she lost her life. She was one of the protesters that was killed in Capitol Hill yesterday. Our hearts go out. We had a moment of silence for her. But apparently, she was an Air Force veteran of 14 years. She had served 4 tours, and she lost her life. She was shot by a Capitol Hill police officer. She was climbing up a window, what it looked like in that video, and nobody really has any answers. Her family, unfortunately, was notified by TV.
It looked
they found out she passed away.
We have
on
this
TV.
video, right?
Yeah, they just saw it.
So look, it could get graphic. We're not going to show the whole thing.
No, we showed the video.
Well,
right?
We showed it already.
No, we're not going to show it yet. Okay, you're going to put it on now.
Considering whether or not we should, but it's just I'm wondering who was this person? There were so many people. They were unarmed. Okay, Nancy Pelosi is in charge of the Capitol Hill Police there in the House of Representatives. What was this woman doing? I don't know. She probably shouldn't have been there. I'll agree with that. But
none of them should have been there, John. They infiltrated the building.
Came flying off the wall, and this guy took repeated shots at her.
All wrong.
It's all wrong. But all right.
But she was a veteran of she served our country. I know,
but she didn't have a shirt on that said veteran.
But
the police thought she was the Capitol Hill Police.
But more importantly, she should have known better than to
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
She passed away, and I would never even try to remotely say anything negative about anybody who's passed away at all. She was exercising her First Amendment right, but at the same time, they infiltrated a building. You go looking for trouble, you get in trouble, and unfortunately, that's what happened. And this was a mistake that happened in a peaceful rally that otherwise, the world would have just. It would have been a remarkable day in history had things gone the right way.
Probably.
But it did not, and it made the world realize. And it worked totally against Trump's favor. I mean, this did not help him in any capacity. And I do think Trump is here to stay. He's going to probably, toy with the 2024 run. But this definitely...
Well, 2022, the midterm elections here will be all Trump.
All Trump.
To me, he'll try to dominate them. I don't know if he will. I think, some of the luster has come off because of these zealots. That's what makes me think that... some other forces were at work, like anarchists or Antifa or something, to make him look bad.
You think that the peaceful rally was peaceful protesting, and then there was a couple of rotten apples that were non-Trump supporters?
I think there's older ladies and stuff who really love them, and who are saying you know what, he didn't have to do that, and not to say that he did.
Right.
I'm just saying, I think some people, but...
Do you know that I read a report that yesterday Iran was very upset with President Trump, and they said that Interpol should arrest him for the death of Soleimani and they also said
they should be kissing Trump's feet.
That they planned to cause chaos yesterday. They now said this in a published report, and I read it, and chaos was caused. Now, we don't know if it was caused by Trump supporters or by people who assumed the identity of a peaceful Trump supporter and infiltrated the building, but we have everybody on camera, and they're going to be able to pull names of exactly who did this, and if they were, they're going to be held accountable. Charges will be pressed, and I don't think Trump is going to say you won't be held accountable, but I also think that there was a little level of gaslighting involved because President Trump made everybody come out to support him because that's what he does. He does it best. He gets everybody excited, and he had this woman, Ashley Babbitt, who was a mother and a daughter. No. He had her so convinced that this is what, she had to go to these extremes. Infiltrate Capitol Hill to have her voice heard is not the way to go about it.
No, you have to agree with you. One thing I may have been a little off on, I thought if Joe Biden was officially coronated as president, the market would have a big off day. Market kind of holding steady today at 31,000. The same thing I was talking about a little earlier, Zen, that these round numbers. So at 31,000, the stock market's, the Dow is in a good place. It's above that 30. You know what I mean? But if there's any tumult here where they start talking about crazy spending or more regulation and they start immediately doing these tax cuts, then to me there's probably a 20% correction in the market, and at 30,000, that's, you know.
So when's the best time to invest? Should we wait after January 20th?
I would wait and see what happens on, you know, I'm not saying Trump's going into office. What I'm saying is, will Joe Biden actually take office? No, I'm not. I'm not kidding.
Office, John. It's gonna happen.
What I'm saying is, my kind of macro political theory all along was that Joe Biden was who they selected because they could control him.
Oh, like the puppet. Yeah, absolutely.
And then they put Kamala Harris,
absolutely.
and then he's actually referred to her as President Harris.
Yeah, Freudian slip.
So I'm wondering, like, do they even play the charade out a little longer and give Joe Biden his moment in the sun to put his hand on the Bible, or? You know, does he come up with COVID or some other reason?
Joe
or
Biden is getting sworn in on the 20th.
Well, what about if the deep state now puts the hammer down on his son, on Hunter Biden, and then he just peacefully steps back?
Did you hear that Facebook and Twitter threw Trump out the door?
I heard.
Banned his accounts.
Yes, I heard he's banned from Facebook forever.
Well, I don't know if it's forever, but they put a 24-hour hold and restrictions. And what does that mean? That's actually terrible for the Donald, because now we're going to go out calling him the Donald after the 20th. It's not good, because that is his access.
I'd rather call him the Donald.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
what he is. And then
he is.
Dave Portnoy could be
and so
my
now
president,
he doesn't have the ability to send out, you know, crazy texts, crazy tweets, crazy messages. He's been put in the corner.
Well, here's what I say to that. A guy who was a 3 times married real estate developer from New York, multiple bankruptcies, multiple failed businesses, #1 television show on television, turns himself into the president, never before running for office. So I would say to the social media companies, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, someone with that much power shouldn't be ignored.
Trump can come out now and just start a bunch of his own social media platforms.
And he absolutely can. Yeah.
And these guys will rue the day they try to change our minds by using, you know, game theory on us. But all right, we're going to take a quick break. Take a look, just some news right there breaking. Take a look at Overstock.com. It was 125 a couple months ago. Dipped down into the 40s. Now starting to come back on a little bit of a tear here. Take a look at it. I'll talk about it a little more later. We'll take a quick break. Farewell to our friends in Oregon. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Everyone else will be back in 1 minute.